Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This one will not be a part of my Christmas in July series. Instead, it's going to be just a plain old video showing how I decided to market my note card sets for my next craft fair. I have an older tutorial showing how I used one piece of 12 by 12 paper with zero waste, and these note cards came from that project. Now, if you haven't seen that one, I will link it below for you. In the past craft fairs, I had grouped these cards together with envelopes and packaged them in clear bags. And I kept getting customers who would ask if they could open them up and see them better, even though they were staggered and you could see a little bit of each card. I guess it just wasn't enough. So, which I do understand. So I mentioned in an older video that I was going to sell them where you could build your own set and pick the cards that you wanted in your set, which I thought was a really good idea, but I wasn't able to use that idea in my last craft fair because I wasn't able to do that one. So I just decided that it might be too complicated to do it that way, and I wanted to find a better way to market these, and this is what I came up with. I wanted these note cards to appear handmade, even though they are handmade. Not everyone knows that or may realize that, but I really wanted them to look kind of natural and organic. So I used this craft paper and white twine, which I felt that it gave that organic feel that I was looking for. And then the Handmade with Love stamp on the front just made it all come together, I thought. So you could also use stickers for this part. Handmade with Love stickers, you could use those there, which I do have some, and I was going to use those initially, but I decided that it would be more cost effective to use a stamp instead. And so thankfully I had this stamp that I got from, looks like Michael's. It's a Recollections wood stamp, and it just stamps so pretty. But if you're making these for friends and family, then you wouldn't necessarily need to worry about cost that much like you would if you were making these to sell like I am. So let's get started, and I'll show you my process for these. It's not real hard, looks pretty simple, but I did want to give you the dimensions in case you wanted to make these like I did. And I chose to use my here's the craft paper. This is just Recollections cardstock paper, and it's 65 pounds, but it is like I feel like it's heavier duty than just 65-pound regular cardstock. It just has like a more sturdy feel to it, and that's another reason I chose to use it for this project, so that it would be more sturdy. So anyway, enough talking. I decided to use this guillotine paper cutter because the craft paper is a little harder on your traditional style paper trimmer blades, and so there's just a little tip for you there. I went ahead, because I'm mass producing these, I used washi tape to mark where I wanted to cut these so that it would make things go a lot faster. Makes it easier on my brain when I don't have to think too much. especially because crafting is my therapy, and so it helps when I can make things a little easier sometimes. Okay, so this is what your paper's going to look like. Put that away. And, oh, I forgot to give you the dimensions. I'm sorry. The base will be 4.5 inches wide by 9 3/4 inches tall. And I should have written that clearly for you. Let me grab a piece of, let me get here. I'm gonna get a Sharpie, and so it might help you a little bit. So the base is 4.5 wide by 9 3/4 tall. Okay, so that's the base. And now we're going to score at 6.5 and again at 6 3/4. Okay, so here you go. Those are the measurements. I thought that might help you. Okay, so let's score this at 6.5 and 6 3/4. All we need the scoring board here for. Now, next I'm going to go ahead and use I have this little teeny tiny hole puncher. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a regular size punch. See if I can get this to focus. There we go. It's a smaller one, and I don't know what size it is, but let me show you what this is going to look like. So this is what we're going for. We're going to put these two little holes here, and then we're going to stamp on top of that score line like that. So I found that it's easier to go ahead and do these two things first. Oh, I didn't even have the paper in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like that. And I'm going to flip it over because this is going to be the front part of the card holder. Yeah, the card holder. Okay, so I'm just going to use my stamp and a little archival ink in black. This stamp, it's just so clear. I love this font. It's just a good stamp. Not all stamps like really stamp well, and I just really like this one. So, and be sure you've got your holes at the top, and then your stamp up right above that score line. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you have two score lines here. Do it over the top one there. Okay, so now we're gonna fold at our score lines, and then I'm using this white twine. I didn't really measure I just kind of did like 2 long pulls, and it seemed to be about right. Let me measure it here and see if I can give you an idea how long it might be. It looks like 22, and then 22, and then 19. So I would say, I don't know, probably about let's see, 22. About 36 to 40 inches. So once you get one cut the right length that you actually know that it works, then I would just use that as a guide to cut all the other ones. Okay, so we're just gonna lay this on here, and then I've got my card sets here together. I just used the way I decided what cards to put in a set is that I just used 5 cards from the same collection, and that way they all kind of go together. They're like the same theme. These are all flowers. Oh, that's from another one. And I do have a variety of card sets, so you know, it gives people options to choose from. And these are bigger than note cards that you would buy, excuse me, like in like at the Dollar Tree. And I know you can get them for cheap at the Dollar Tree, but they're going to be smaller than these. Definitely not going to be as big. And so what you want to do, make sure you can see this, I'm going to feed this string through the back side of this hole. I usually don't have trouble until I'm filming, so. And then we're going to put this one through the other one. And what you want to do is just pull outward. Zoom in a little bit here. Might help you out. So put it through the back side, and we're going to pull it out. Now we can straighten the cards and everything later, but just hold on tight to it and flip it over, and then you want to crisscross it in the back and pull it, and then flip it over. And I like to go below here to do the bow. I don't like to go above the string here. I want to go below it, and that's just my preference. So if you find the way that you like to do it better, then you can do that, but I'm just sharing what works for me and what I decided to do. So we're just gonna try to keep it there, make a knot and hold it, and then try to make another knot with one hand, which is always challenging for me. I feel like there's got to be an easier way, but I haven't figured it out yet. So just hold it and pull it tight. That's the way it looks on the side. And then I'm just gonna make a bow. Now I thought about putting like my information on the back, maybe with a sticker or something, and I may still do that. I just haven't decided yet on that. I probably, I don't know, some craft fair items I do and some I don't. So now I'm just going to trim and just push my cards down in there. And this holds really well. So the way this is laced, I mean, you can hold on to the cards and they still stay in there, but they're still able to be pulled out. So, you know, whoever has these, you know, I know this is open on the sides, but it still holds the cards in, and they could just pull one out at a time, and this can be the little holder. And I liked the way it looked, and I thought it would just work better with, you know, marketing, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be easier for customers if they're all bundled together. And at least this way, they'll be able to, you know, like thumb through and see each design. And if they wanted to switch, you know, switch a card with another set, I usually do that. I don't really mind when customers want to do that. So this would be an easy way for it to be open. It's not in a plastic bag, and I just like the way it looks. So let me know if you like these, and I think these would be really cute as gifts for Mother's Day or for birthdays, or just a thinking of you type gift. So as far as pricing goes, I'm probably going to sell these for $6, or 2 sets for $10. Yeah. And so we'll see how that goes. A lot of people like to buy card sets to have on hand, and so usually people who buy them buy multiple sets. So I thought it'd be good to market them as a 2-for deal. So anyway, I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope to see you in the next video.